Good morning, students. Welcome to today's video lecture. So, in the last lecture, we have discussed about a few problems related to plasticity of steel structures, in the shape factor and all, location of plastic hinges. So, today we'll continue our discussion with a few more problems. Okay. So, let us take this problem. Find out the collapse load for a propped cantilever subjected to a uniformly distributed load W per unit length as shown in the figure. So this is the figure. In this figure, this is a cantilever beam and it has been propped at the free end. Okay, this is propped. So UDL is W per unit length, where L is the length of the beam. Now you have to find what is the collapse load for this beam. Now, in the earlier things, what we have done is we have taken concentrated simply. Now concentrated loads, simply concentrated loads. That was simple. Now here it is UDL, that is uniformly distributed load. So how the analysis is done, we'll see. So for this, the location of plastic hinges will be always at the supports, okay, and at the point of highest bending moment and under the concentrated load. But here there is no concentrated load, there is UDL. Okay. Now if you draw the plastic hinge diagram, okay, so hinge will be formed here, hinge will be formed. Since this end is propped, so it is kind of fixed. So for propped end, okay, so for propped end we have to consider hinge, formation of hinge here also. And unlike the concentrated load, okay, now since this is UDL, concentrated load will act at the midpoint. You know this thing, that the location of the concentrated, if you can, this concentrated load can be summed up as a load of this UDL can be summed up as a load of concentrated load of WL acting at the center. But here, while forming the location of hinges, but the maximum bending moment for a cantilever beam does not, propped cantilever does not occur at the midpoint. It occurs somewhere at a distance x from the free end. Okay, so here this plastic hinge will be formed. So this is very important. You need to keep in mind. You cannot just keep this location of the plastic hinges at the center, because in case of a UDL, in case of a cantilever beam or a propped cantilever beam carrying UDL, the location of maximum bending moment is not at the center of the beam. So for solving this kind of problems, you need to know the bending moment diagrams. You have to have your concepts cleared very clear, very distinctly. Your concepts has to be cleared about bending moment diagrams and shear force diagrams, especially bending moment diagram. So now it is let the maximum bending moment occurs at here at a distance x from the propped end. So here naturally location of plastic moment will be here only. Plastic moment will be formed here. Plastic hinge will be formed here. Okay. So now let this angle is theta. This angle is theta 1. So if the entire length is L, if the entire length is L and this distance is x, so this will be L minus x. Okay. Now let us go for this mechanism. Okay. Now delta, what is the deflection of this beam? This deflection, if we need to find what is this delta deflection, this will be L minus x into theta, and same will be x into theta 1. So this is what has been written here. Delta deflection will be L minus x into theta is equal to x into theta 1. So what is theta 1? L minus x by x into theta. So here what we are doing, you are finding theta 1, this angle, you are finding this angle theta 1 in terms of this angle theta. So there is a relation, clearly there is a relation between theta and theta 1. So this you have found out. Okay, and this is L minus x by theta. Now again from static theorem mechanism, external work and internal work, we get what is the external work? Load into average deflection. Now here, see what happens. Why you are taking average deflection? Because the load here is UDL. It is not a concentrated load. So you cannot take directly the deflection. You have to take the average deflection. That is why they have taken average deflection. Average deflection is nothing. What was the initial, before applying the UDL, what was the deflection? It was 0. After applying the UDL, what is the deflection? This L minus x theta. So what is the average? 0 plus L minus x theta by 2. That is half of this value. That is why you are taking average value. Since remember this thing, whenever there is UDL, uniformly distributed loading in any beam, You have to take the average deflection and not the simple deflection as you take in case of point load or concentrated load. This point has to be remembered. So now load into average deflection. This is the external work done. What is the load? W into L. This is the total load is this W into L, small w into L, or W. Here you are taking W as collapse load, ultimate load or the collapse load. So total load will be W into L into deflection. How average deflection is half L minus X into theta. So this external work will be half WL is value into L minus X into theta. This is the external work. Now find out what is the internal work. So internal work will be equal to hinge is formed here, hinge is formed here, hinge is formed here. Okay. So internal work is formed as MP into theta plus MP theta plus theta 1. Okay. Here MP, here you are taking this, the cross section of the beam is assumed as uniform. So MP, okay. So here it is MP theta, here it is MP theta plus theta 1. Okay. So this you need to take MP theta plus MP theta plus theta 1. Now put what is the value of theta 1 from this equation? L minus X by X into theta. So this will be, take MP common and simplify this value. It will come as MP L plus X by X into theta. Now from the principle of virtual work, we know external work done will be equal to internal work. So equate these two equations, this equation and this equation. If you equate, you will find MP in terms of W, L and X. So this is the simplified equation for MP. MP is W L by 2 into X L minus X by L plus X. So this is the simplified equation. Now what we are doing, we need to find, our aim is to find the collapse load. Okay. So for finding the collapse load, here you have find the plastic moment, but you need to find the collapse load. For that, we need to find what is the maximum value of MP. The collapse load will occur only where the maximum value of MP will occur. Now, why you are taking this maximum value of MP? Because since this is a concentrated loading, since this is a uniformly distributed loading, it's not a concentrated loading. So in that case, you do not know the location of the maximum plastic moment or the maximum bending moment. In such case, for finding the maximum bending moment, what we do is differentiate this plastic moment with respect to X. We have got this equation, MP with respect to X. Now you differentiate MP with respect to S. So that if you get to 0, then plastic moment will be maximum. First derivative, if first derivative is equal to 0, that value of that function will be maximum. This you know from basic calculus. So put dm by dx, dmp by dx equals to 0. Now differentiate this entire expression, you differentiate with respect to S. So this is constant, this is u, and this is v. Okay, u by v. You know differentiation of d by dx of u by v will be equal to v du by dx minus u dv by dx by whole square. In the denominator it is v square. Okay. Now put this again, take this as u and another part as v. Now this will be constant. So you differentiate this value, you'll get a quadratic equation in x square plus 2xl minus l square equals to 0. Now solve for this quadratic equation, solve for x, you will find x is equal to 0.414 L. That means this distance where this plastic hinge is formed, this distance is 0.414 L. Okay. Now another thing to be noted here is the location of the plastic hinges will not be here. The plastic hinges will be formed at here and here under the maximum plastic moment or the maximum bending moment only, not here, since it's a simple support, it's a propped support. Like in simply supported beam, if had it been a simply supported beam, plastic hinge will have been formed at the center. Only in case of fixed beams or continuous beams, you can consider this support as fixed, and then only plastic hinge will occur there. So here there will be no plastic hinge, only plastic hinge will be formed here and under the maximum bending moment only. So location of plastic hinge will be here and here. This you remember. Okay. Now you got x in terms of L. Now put the value of x in this equation. You have got this equation. MP is equal to this. Now put this value of x in terms of L. Then you will get the value of MP. MP is this much value you get. Okay, so now find WU in terms of MP. So this is given as 11.656 MP by L square, where WU is the collapse load. So this was our aim. This was our objective, to find what is WU. So this question is solved now. So remember one thing: the average in this type of whenever there is UDL, you need to find two things. You need to remember two things. First thing is, for the UDL, you have to consider average deflection. Second thing is, for finding the maximum value of collapse load, you have to maximize the plastic moment equation and then differentiate to find what is the location. Two things you have to do here. All right. Now, let us take this question. This is a continuous beam, simple continuous beam having supports at A, B, and C, and having loads at the center, concentrated loads at the center of a value W and W. Center for this span AB and at its distance L by 3, 1/3 of the span BC. Now you have to analyze, you have to find out the collapse load for this continuous beam. Okay. Now consider this span AB. Under this span, what is the since here for this span AB? This is a simple support. Okay. This is the free end, so this will be a simple support. So your location of plastic hinge will be only under the load or the location of maximum minimum, and since it's a continuous support, so this will be considered as fixed. So here, here, and here. Okay. For this beam, again, so hinges will be found here and under the load here. So this you need to understand. The free end support A and C, in these locations, plastic hinges will not be formed. Okay, you remember these things. Because if you get the location wrong for the plastic hinges, the entire problem will be wrong. So be careful while choosing the selection, while selecting or choosing the location of plastic hinges. So now, for this span AB, now for this span AB, what is delta? W into L by 2 theta. Okay, W is the load, external work is load into deflection. What is deflection? L by 2 into theta. So W into L by 2 theta. And what is the internal work? Moment into rotation. So moment is MP theta plus theta, MP theta and MP theta plus theta. So this is MP theta plus theta plus 3 MP theta. So equate this in principle of virtual work. WU L by 2 into theta will be 3 MP theta. W will be 6 MP by L. So this is for the span AB. Now we'll go for the span BC. Now for the span BC, you see here. For this span, what is delta deflection? This will be equal to 2L by 3 theta or L by 3 theta 1. Both will be same. This deflection, we have considered this here. Delta will be L by 3 theta 1 plus 2L by 3 theta. And plastic hinge location will be same as earlier. This point, since this is continuous, so this support is continuous, so this will be considered as fixed. So this point and this point are the only plastic hinges formed here. The plastic moment will be formed here first and here first. Okay. So MP theta plus MP theta plus theta 1. Now find theta 1 in terms of theta here. So from this equation, L by 3 theta 1 will be equal to 2 by 3 L theta. So theta 1 will be equal to 2 theta. Now in this equation, you put theta 1 equals to 2 theta. So MP theta plus MP theta plus theta 1 plus put theta 1 as 2 theta, you get 4 MP theta. Now equate this, WU 2 by 3 L theta will be equal to 4 MP by 4 MP theta, W equal to 6 MP by L. In the initial earlier also it was 6 MP by L. So lower value both are same, but you have to take lower value. So collapse load will be 6 MP by L. This is an easy example. Now let us take this portal frame. Again, you have to find out the fully plastic moment in the portal frame, and it has a uniform cross section. That means uniform cross section. Whenever this term is there, uniform cross section, that means the moment of depth of the beam will be, or column or beams will be same. Breadth will be same. Depth will be same. That means moment of inertia will be same. So if this is I, this is I, and this is I. Okay. Now this is a portal frame. These are two columns and one beam connected. The single story simple portal frame. Here a load of 20 kilonewton is acting. This is the lateral load. Okay, sidewise sway load. And this is a vertical load, 40 kilonewton. 20 kilonewton acting at the junction of the beam and column. 20 kilonewton is acting at the center of this beam. Now you have to find the plastic moment. So let us see how it is done. So now first, find the possible location of plastic hinges are for this equation. Again, first thing we should do is what is the possible location of plastic hinges. So since this end is fixed and this end is fixed, so always fixed end will form. Fixed end will be formed first. Location of plastic hinges will be here and here. Again, it's a continuous fixed thing. So plastic hinges will be formed here also and here also. So now see, number of plastic hinges n is 5. Degree of redundancy is 6. This is a indeterminate structure. Number of equation available 3. Number of unknowns 3 plus 3 6. So redundancy is 6 minus 3. What is the redundancy? 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay. Now, what is the number of possible plastic hinges? This is given as 5. One, 2, 3, 4, and under this load 5. So 5 possible hinges will be found. So from this equation, capital N is 5, small r is 3. So number of independent mechanism, N is N minus R, 5 minus 3, 2. So this is the minimum number of possible mechanism that you have to consider. Okay, minimum at least 2 mechanism you have to consider. You can take more than 2 also, but minimum should not be less than 2. That means you cannot simply take beam mechanism, find the collapse load and put it. Okay, it's not feasible that way. So you have to take beam mechanism, sway mechanism, and combined mechanisms. So first find this beam mechanisms. For this beam mechanism means only this beam will deflect separately. This beam will deflect. So for this beam mechanism, if you take this 40 Newton is acting here at the center. This angle is theta. This angle is theta. This angle theta plus theta. So hinges will be formed here, here, and here. So this will be considered as a fixed beam. So this is in continuity. I told you, if any beam is continuously fixed, then this end is fixed, this end is fixed. Plastic hinges are formed here, location. So hinges will be formed here, hinges will be formed here, and hinges will be formed here. Okay, theta, theta, and 2 theta. Okay, the ends B and D of the fixed beam are fixed joints. Therefore, beam BD acts as a fixed. So this will act as a fixed beam. Now, what is the external work? Load into deflection. Okay, load into deflection is, what is this distance? 2 meter, I think. This distance is 2 meter. L is L by 2 is 2. So 2 into theta. So 40 into 2 theta is the external work done. Okay, that is 80 theta. What is the internal work done? Internal work done. Hinges are formed here, here, and here. And everywhere plastic movement will be same because MP, MP, MP. Why it is same? Beam, columns, all are of uniform section. I told you initially, moment of inertia is similar throughout the portal frame. Okay, so plastic moment will be MP, MP, and MP. All will acquire the same plastic moment. So here it is MP, here it is MP theta, MP 2 theta, and MP theta. Okay, so this is MP theta plus MP theta, MP 2 theta. So 4 MP theta. So equate this for principle of virtual work. 4 MP theta equals to 80 theta, MP is 20 kilonewton. So from the beam mechanism, 5 MP is 20 kilonewton. Now find sway mechanism. If you take sway mechanism, this is the sway mechanism means only sway will occur. There is no beam mechanism occurring. Okay, only individual mechanism we are considering. So sway mechanism means 20 kilonewton lateral force load is acting on this. So it will deflect, it will sway horizontally by a distance delta. Same distance, this column will also sway. This is property by same distance delta. But this angles theta and theta 1 will be different because the lengths of the columns are different in this thing. Okay, they will deflect by the same amount, but the angle will be different since lengths are different. It is 3 meter into 6 meter. So from geometry, you have to understand this. So this is theta, this is theta, this is theta 1, this is theta 1. Again, hinges will be formed here, hinges will be formed here, hinges will be formed here, and hinges will be formed here. Okay, now external work will be equal to load into deflection. What is the deflection here? 3 meter into 3 into theta. Okay, 3 into theta is the deflection here. What is the deflection here? 6 into theta 1. That means 3 theta equal to 6 theta 1. Okay, so theta 1 will be equal to theta by 2. Okay, now 20 into 3 theta, 60 theta is the external work. Internal work is moment into rotation. So here internal work would mp theta plus mp theta plus mp theta 1 plus mp theta 1. Okay, so now put the value of theta 1 in terms of theta. Theta 1 is theta by 2 from that equation. So it gives us 3 mp theta. Now 3 mp theta equals to 60 theta, mp is 20 kilonewton. Okay, from this mechanism also mp is coming as 20 kilonewton. Now take combined mechanism. If you take combined mechanism, this is the combined. So it will simultaneously, this entire structure will sway also and it will deflect vertically also. It will deflect vertically for the beam, it will sway for the columns. So combined thing you have to take. Now for this combined mechanism, what is the external work done? Summation of the load and deflection. So summation of, here two loads are occurring. So 40 into 2 theta, 20 into 3 theta. Okay, here 40 into 2 theta plus 20 into 3 theta, 140 theta. What is the external work done? See here. For this column, it is sway. So mp theta, mp theta. mp theta, summation of all the moment plus rotation. So this is mp theta plus theta. Here, so now here, when this combined mechanism occurring, you have to remember here that the location of plastic hinges will be different. Plastic hinges will be formed at A and not at B. Okay, since it is combining at A, at C, at D, and at E. All the places hinges will form except for this B part, plastic hinges. So your moment will be mp theta plus theta plus mp theta plus mp theta 1 plus mp theta 1. Likewise, you have to write and put the value of theta 1 as theta by 2. Put in this equation, you get as 5 mp theta. So 5 mp theta equals to 140 theta. External work was 140 theta. From this, you get mp as 28 kilonewton. Okay. So the plastic moment for the frame is maximum of the 3 plastic moments found. So plastic moment you have to take as the maximum. Okay, for collapse slab you have to take minimum. For plastic moment you have to take maximum. So maximum value is 28 kilonewton. So the plastic moment for this entire frame is 28 kilonewton. So this is how the collapse load at the plastic moment is found out for a portal frame. You can take several other examples and problems also. There's book S.K. Duggal, Limited Method Design of Steel Structures. You can solve problems on that. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me. So this completes your entire plastic structures, analysis of the plastic structures, plastic moment, hinges, shape vector, and everything is covered. So in the next class, we'll start connections, bolting and bolts and rivets and welding and all. Okay. So this is up to today's class. The next class we'll discuss other things. Thank you.